Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing game number 2 between ToD, that's what his name is, between ToD as the Protoss in the top right corner and MarineKing, which you can clearly read here, in the bottom right corner as the Terran player. So Protoss versus Terran, and we are going to see what that brings. So game number 1 already played, and in case you missed that, you might want to check that out. It was a pretty decent game actually. It was nothing really spectacular, but it was a pretty decent game. So yeah, ToD won that one by just overwhelming his opponent with troops in the end. Even though we didn't really get anything done in the early game. I really thought that MarineKing had an advantage. Apparently he did not. Well, he lost quite a few troops in one of the fights, one of the early fights. It's really hard to come back from that, because then your opponent knows that he's ahead and is going to be able to, to kind of annoy you with things. And as you can see, once again the harassment is going down with this probe. Probe is going to run out, it's going to regen shields. And once the shields have been regened, it's going to go back in to try to snipe the SCV once again. So many SCVs are drawn off the line by this, and well, contrary to that, there's just a base going up on this side. So not in any trouble there. And of course SCVs can be repaired, so if you're in real trouble, then you can repair your SCVs with other SCVs, and you can keep attacking that that annoying probe. So anyhow, we're going to get 3 barracks up, and that is quite a lot. So really early 3 barracks play, and I guess, well, that is just because he wants to get a lot of Marines out. He's going to get a tech lab here just for the upgrades, obviously. And yeah, he just wants to have a massive amount of Marines really quickly, not even building those I want to say refineries, but that's not what they're called. Reactors. Not even building the reactors, and not building no factory coming out. So that's quite strange, because normally we see the factory follow up quite soon actually. Tech lab reactor. Okay, so we're going to go Marauders. Marauders are of course excellent against Protoss, because well, Protoss has all kinds of armored units, and well, if there's one unit in the Terran arsenal that is good against armored units, yeah, it is the Marauder. Marauder, of course, a small unit, so it can be produced, well, relatively easily. It also has a slow, but most importantly, it can be healed by those medevacts. And we are going to get a factory now into what is probably going to be straight up starport and straight up medevacts, because he doesn't really care about anything else. So hallucination once again researched, and once again we are going to get the Phoenix flying over the base, just scouting around, just seeing what's up. He is going to see this factory coming up. And of course that factory does not really worry him too much, because as I said, he's going to conclude the same thing that I was, that yeah, it's just for the starport. And this is also for the starport, so the reactor is going to be swapped here. That's why he's building so close. The factory, yeah, will produce this before the starport comes up, and it's going to switch them out, and he's going to be able to, well, just get twice the amount of medevacts out of his starport, and that is very important for Marauders and a bunch of Marines. At 14 Marines, and yeah, this should be good enough to at least harass a little bit, because there is not nearly enough defense here. So he's going to have to wall off and make sure that he can pick off the early or the front units. Oh, he gets 3 Marauders in the front. Is he going to be able to pick them off? No, actually they can just run past it. Not the best placement on those force fields. He can still snipe this one Marauder, But he's going to have to, well, be very careful because there's a huge army surrounding it. And this might actually be just good enough. This is a huge army, in fact. And we're going to have to see if the Protoss player can actually make it work. Colossus comes out though. Colossus is great against the Marines, but, well, the Marines do have the combat shield already up. They also have Stimpack, so yeah, I'm going to have to be a little bit worried at least. Slow field goes down. The Marauder that was damaged earlier is going to go down. The Stimpack went off, and are they going to be able to survive? Well, yeah. All of the Marines are still alive. And they are going to get healed up here by the medevacts. He needs some more medevacts, obviously, to heal this up in, well, a timely fashion. Because obviously this is taking way too long. Yeah, it takes like 40 seconds to regen the health lost by the Stimpack, and you don't want that. You want that to take a maximum of like 10 seconds. Because that is the way it works. It's if you don't heal it up quickly, you might as well not heal it up at all. And wow, lost so many troops once again. He did save some of them. There's still one Marauder in here, and well, it's equal still. So this time he actually stays on equal, and that of course is a factory that he didn't want anyway. So doesn't really care. More barracks coming out. He has 5 now. He's going to go for 8. What seems to be, yeah, 8. So yeah, lots of barracks coming out, and probably some more, some more tech labs and a few more reactors, because he's mostly going for Marines still. So the number is still going to be, well, the Marines. But I think he wants an equal amount of Marauders or Marauder producing facilities and Marine producing facilities. And then he can produce twice as many Marines. Because the Marines are good, but they're not nearly as good as the Marauders against Protoss. But you need them, because Marines are, well, you're only anti-air. Also, they deal with the Zealots way better. And we'll have to see if that actually... well, that actually works out for him. So, as I said in the beginning, this is a best of 3. This is game number 2. So even if ToD wins this one, I'm going to put up a game number 3. It is then going to be an anti-spoiler video, making sure that, well, you don't see that there are only 2 games out. And, well, making sure that, basically, you can enjoy this game without knowing the the result. I don't know the result because I never spoil myself. No, I tend to just download them one by one. So I only search for game 1. I didn't look if there was a game 3. So I'm just going to do game 1, and then I'm going to go back to the site, download game 2, and then I'm going to download game 3 after that. And that way I don't spoil myself whether there is a game 3 or not. So I really don't know who's going to win, and that is exactly the way I want it. Because obviously that is the only way to enjoy StarCraft. If you don't know who's going to win, well, sometimes things are just really awesome. Sometimes people make plays that, well, you can't actually believe, and that is awesome too. But in general, that is the way it goes. There is something going on here. Yeah, there are some troops in the base. Let's see if they did anything. No, not really. Here we got something done. Oh my god. Yeah, this was way better. And now 13 workers killed. So 10 workers killed by those storms. And well, really nicely done. Nicely played by our Protoss player here. And our Terran player is saying, well, screw this, we're going to go in. Stimmed a few Marauders, but well, really not getting anything out of that. Because there was nobody there. And well, the cancel on everything there. Yeah, he realized he was being scouted, and oh, this guy is already dead. Never mind. I wanted to say the probe survives, but the probe did not survive. So he did scout his entire army there with the observer. He knows what's coming in. Well, except for well these few troops that are coming in, but Yeah, well. He knows there's a large amount of Marines with Marauders coming in. And are we going to run into the trap? No, he did not run into a trap. He still has a nice, nice setup here. So not a real problem. Look at the damage those Stimpaks do. And even though you get a lot of attack damage from that, or well, attack speed I guess, and movement speed, I'm not sure if it was worth it in this case. Oh, the recall comes in. Yeah, he lost so much HP there. That is insane. Where did the troops go? All the way over there. Oh my god. Yeah, he should have had those over there, of course, on this base, because now this base is going to go down before the troops are back. We actually have one Colossus and one Immortal. That is a strange combination. Immortals are really only good in multiples, and he needs to withdraw that one, because the Immortals really only good against the Marauders, and they're only good in numbers really. So you need like 3 at least. And it's only good, of course, when it has shields up. But it is regenerating shields now. Being really aggressive there. Units lost, exactly equal. Well, 400 between them. But that is not really a big deal. That's not a big deal at all. And therefore, equal. Look at this. So many upgrades going on by the Terran player. He is researching 3 and 3. Where there is only 1 and 0 out. Oh, 1 and 1. Sorry, 1 and 1 out for the Protoss player. That is going to be a big difference. So if he is allowed to just to just keep upgrading without getting counter upgrades basically, then yeah, that is going to suck. So no prevent. He didn't prevent the landing there. He could have prevented that with that one zealot that he had, but I guess he just didn't care. As long as there are no workers there, it's all good. The Colossus got damaged only a little bit, but it's now going to go down to these Vikings. Nobody's sniping the Vikings. No, everything is going to go down, and this is the GG. Very nicely played there by our Terran player. He just kept reinforcing his army, more reinforcements coming in. But a very nice composition apparently. He had the right amount of, and I'll try to show you the production buildings. He had the right amount of Marines versus Marauders. He has 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's what I said. 5 of these tech labs, and then 5 of these. Only 4? Hang on. Yeah, he has 4. Okay, thought he had 10. But okay, 4 of these. No, only 3 reactors. 3 barracks with reactors, 1 starport. That's why I got caught off guard there. So yeah, quite a bit of Marauders mixed in, but of course versus Protoss, they are so strong. They do extra damage versus buildings because buildings are armored. And so they do double damage to them. They do double damage to stalkers. They do single damage to zealots though, which kind of sucks. That's why you have the Marines. And of course versus all of the other units like the Colossi, the Immortals, they do double damage. So yeah, lots of armored units in the Protoss arsenal, which is why these Marauders are so awesome. And as you can see, this is, well, what's this, 16 Marauders. And I don't even know how many Marines. Yeah, well, as you can see, 9 Marines. So really just living off those Marauders, and the Marines can just die whenever, it doesn't really matter. But a few Vikings in there just to make sure that he could kill the Colossus a little bit sooner. But very nicely done. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you for game number 3, because it is now 1-1. And we are going to go to the deciding game. GG!